All right, what is going on, everybody? It is Zach, aka Primetime Collecting here, and we got the man, the myth, the legend, the football fanatic with us today. How are you, brother?
What's up? What's up? I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, and we're here to talk about one of the bigger releases, I think, of the year, especially for Premier League fans. We're going to be talking about Top's Finest, EPL. Our first time getting Finest EPL. We've had Finest in soccer for a long time. Always one of the most loved SKUs that we get. But we're finally getting it for Premier League. Since we've seen Tops take over that licensing, they've done pretty well. And I think you guys are going to quite like what we talk about today. What do you think?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Think they're gonna love it. So before we get into this, guys, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We're trying to pump out as many of these checklist videos as we can. We want to make sure you guys are educated before you're jumping into breaks, whether it's soccer, baseball, football, anything, Disney. We're going to be doing all sports, but we want to make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss the content. And you'll see a few things underneath us. You'll see a text code and a link to Discord. Make sure you jump in on both of those. That's the best way to stay up to date of when we are posting breaks. And then, of course, under this, you'll see a link to Fanatics Live as well. This is where we host all of our breaks. I think as a group, we have 6 cases of Finest EPL already posted for release day. I think most of our breaks are already close to, if not halfway full. This seems to be a very exciting product, and people are pumped about it already. And we're a week and a half out still. So let's dive right into this. I'm going to add this screen to the stage. Perfect. And let's start going over what we're going to have here in Top's Finest, and a beautiful mock-up of the Holland Superfractor right off go. What do you think of this design, dude?
I think it's a classic Finest design, maybe upgrade from last year's Finest UEFA.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Superfractor's unbeaten, undefeated, and
Yeah.
looks great.
I really like this design. And you can see right underneath it, we'll go over what is in the hobby box in total, but right away it says collectors can expect 2 autographs per hobby box, which is quite typical. If you took a break from the hobby and then are just recently coming back, you might remember old school Finest 3-4 years ago for Champions League was a 2-box SKU where it had 1 master box, 2 mini boxes, and a bunch of packs in the middle. They've gotten rid of that. I'm going to scroll down here. You're going to see essentially it's a 6-pack box. Oh, look at that Esteval. Gosh, that's beautiful. The Salah Mane duel. We're going to get into all these cards during the checklist. But I think they've really, looking at these mock-ups, this is a very exciting design, and some of these case hits look really nice. This Rooney is pretty epic. That's going to be the Finest idols. We'll get into that checklist in a little bit. But yeah, as we see here, so hobby cards per pack is 10, packs per box is 6, 300 card set size, release date April 23rd. What to expect in a hobby box is 2 autos. I'm sure there's a certain amount of numbered Beckett checklist just doesn't have it in here for whatever reason. So I'm sure we'll get that as we get closer, and I'm sure we'll get pack odds as we get closer. But what we want to do is we kind of want to go through team by team here and give you guys a breakdown of what each team has. If you're only looking for a specific team, you guys can go into the description of the video. We should have timestamps posted for each individual team. And we are going to start off right at the top, just go down alphabetically here. And we've got AFC Bournemouth. What pops out to you looking at this base set here with Bournemouth?
So Bournemouth has a lot of young, exciting talent. I think the main guy here is going to be Krupi, who people are treating this kind of as his rookie card, although he did have a true rookie 2 years ago, but it was just a base insert in score. But yeah, Krupi, his cards are being treated as rookies, and his parallels are going for pretty good numbers. He's also really good. He scored, I think he already has 10 goals in the Premier League, and he's only 19 years old. I think he's in excellent company, scoring double-digit goals as a 19-year-old in the Premier League. And then Semenyo, of course, he's on fire for City. I don't know if how much people like to collect his Bournemouth stuff now. I'm sure they're waiting for his City stuff. And what I think they're missing is they do have another rookie who came in the winter, so I guess he just missed the checklist cutoff. But Brazilian youngster Ryan. He's missing from this. I was hoping they would bring him on at least for this one, or hopefully in the next couple sets they'll have him in there. I'm sure his rookies are going to be flying.
I'm sure they will when they come out too. I do want to point out, you'll see this on every team's checklist, guys. You're going to see base set common, base set uncommon, and base set rare. We do have a 10 card pack, and what you're going to typically see off memory, I think it's 5 or 6 commons, 1 to 2 uncommons, and 1 rare in each pack. And when you look at the breakdown of the numbering of the parallels, essentially a common green is not going to be the same number as an uncommon green or as a rare green. Like all the greens at the different levels are going to be different numbering, which does make it a little bit confusing. At the same time, it does make it a little bit more fun. Like if you're just going after, the rainbow of all the rares, it just makes it even harder. It's more of a challenge. So watch out for that in the checklist as you are jumping into breaks. One thing to note here, what I'm seeing off go, for Bournemouth, number 1, I don't see any autos. I see main attraction, unless main attraction is an auto, but I think it's just an insert. Expected brilliance, I'm pretty sure just an insert. And swerve is a little bit, this is a new insert, and swerve fusion variation. So we usually have seen prize footballers, right? Looks like this swerve is going to be replacing the prize footballers with the fusion variations.
I'm all about it. The fusion preview that they showed of Dauman looks awesome.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful design.
Swerve.
yeah, the swerve fusion. I think it's a really good thing. Again, I think prize footballers were fun. I think they were kind of getting outdated. I think that we had it, 5-6 years in a row, and people were ready for something new. Yeah. So. But yeah, that's pretty much Bournemouth. I mean, yeah, like you mentioned, Semenyo, Krupi stuff, it's not going to have the rookie logo on it, but it really is his rookies. Like you mentioned, a lot of those guys that just have the one-off rookie in like a score, like who opens score. Not a whole lot of people open score. So they don't really know about it anyways. So they're treating it as their first year cards. And he's a great player, a really good player. Let's get into your squad here, the Arsenal. What were your first thoughts about your team when you saw their checklist?
First thoughts, so just the deep cut autos. Some very interesting players there on the auto checklist for Arsenal.
That's a hell of a list.
Yeah, a lot of legends on there. I wouldn't consider Adebayor a legend, but he is a retired former Arsenal player who is really, really hated amongst the fan base. So
I'll tell you what he is, though. He is a FIFA legend, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's a hell of a striker. He just had a terrible moment there with Arsenal. Yeah. He was good for us. He was just really good for a lot of other teams too. But I do like this I do really like the auto checklist. You got all the big players on the current team. Rice, Saka, of course, Waneri, Dauman. You got Dauman rookies. That's going to be the biggest chase of the product, probably. It doesn't seem to be a limited release, so we're going to get a full slate of Dauman rookies here. Hopefully, we see some base cards that aren't like super short printed, and we have his autos as well. So. I'm also looking forward to seeing that Anne Hathaway auto.
I think that's super cool. So if you guys don't know, they added this autograph insert set, Finest Fans, and essentially it's celebrities who are fans of the football teams to get them to do autographs. It's fans and it's people who maybe have ownership in teams, and we'll get into that a little bit later.
But yeah, super strong checklist for Arsenal, just like Chrome. And I expect them to be pretty heavily represented.
They have. I mean, they have a very deep checklist. Like the list is going on and on and on here. They've got all sorts of inserts, case hits, all the things. Like you mentioned, like Dauman is the player to hit here, right? Like his market is insane. And this brings up a good talking point, and people can comment below what their opinion is, but like. Okay, so we had him in Chrome. His Chrome autos are going crazy because they were super short printed. Even his base Like his base cards are selling for stupid numbers because they were super short printed. But also part of it is because he is very good and he has the potential to be this unreal player. We're gonna see Dalman now, like he's got the common, he's got the uncommon, and he's got the rare. He's in everything. He's got a rivals. He's got a rival autographs. He's gonna have the base finest autographs. What else does he have? I know he's got the fusion, the swerve, right? So like he's gonna be all over this checklist. He's got a polka. Dalman will show up in breaks. So like essentially for Chrome EPL, like 400, 500 range was normally where he was going, in a hobby case. And my question to you and the people watching is like, should the Dalman spot now be double what he's doing in finest or in Chrome because he's actually hittable now? Or should it be less because there's going to be more of them out there, so his market's not going to be as hot? Like we priced Dalman at 600 a case and it instantly sold. Like I don't think there was a question. I think we could have probably asked for 800. We didn't need to, but we could have. You know what I mean? I think because there's so much of him in this, I think he's going to be an amazing spot in this because he's going to be his own spot.
Yeah. No, that's a good question. It's really hard to say. I think that there's definitely a premium on Chrome and Sapphire over finest, and I think maybe that plays into it a little bit. But the fact that you're going to skunk so much more often in those products versus this. I mean, we don't know that for sure yet, but it's looking like he's going to be in here just like any other player.
Correct.
Not super short printed. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Like, I don't think his base cards from here. Maybe I do think they'll go for pretty solid numbers for base cards.
Yeah, they won't be near the Chrome number though.
Yeah, and they
just
won't,
because of the
they won't
exclusivity of it.
Yeah. But the autos will still do crazy numbers.
Absolutely.
And the low numbered base, or any numbered base, honestly. So
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if you hit like whatever a green to 99, it's gonna be pretty solid. So
yeah,
I thought 600 was reasonable. Yeah, maybe 800 is maybe what the market's gonna be going for, but maybe people are gonna wait and see also how often he's actually seen in the product.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, there's no asterisk saying, like in Chrome, we added this card late. He only has this many base cards.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's nice that we know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you got to imagine having all three, common, uncommon, and rare, he's got to be evenly put into the set, just like everybody else. There's just no way he's not. So a few things to note, guys, and this is just me trying to educate people who are getting into breaks, even just for the first time, or if you've been in a million times. Sometimes we forget about these things. I want to come back to these finest fans. In our breaks, we made finest fans its own spot. So all finest fans autographs go to one specific spot, right? Check with your breakers. If a bunch of players are split out in your teams that you're buying, and you're buying the other spot, you need to clarify, are finest fans included? Is finest fans its own spot? These are the kind of things in soccer specifically that can be very confusing, because soccer does typically get split out into a combination of pick your player, pick your team breaks. Like we have a spot that has Saka and two other players connected to it. We have Max Dalman as his own spot. I think we have Arsenal Legends or Henry as his own spot, something along those lines. So like, just when you're getting into those pick your team, pick your player breaks, always just clarify with the breaker who exactly is in your spot, because it can get confusing. But if you're talking Arsenal legends, I mean, Arsenal legends are all over this. Bergkamp, Ian Wright, Giroud, Vieira, Adams. I'm interested to see this finest moments autograph. What I do see missing here, unless I've missed it, it doesn't seem like they have any dual autos, unless these finest partnerships are an auto, but I don't think they are. Dual autos. I don't see any dual autos.
Let's see.
Which is fine. I mean, dual autos are fun, but they aren't always the most exciting thing.
Yeah. They also don't have idols, which I was
That's interesting.
about. Yeah, there are only 5 idols. It's basically the big 6 minus Arsenal.
Yeah.
Each one has one. But the finest partnerships is in auto. Yes. Finest partnerships is auto, so they do have the Henry Bergkamp duel, Henry Pires, Gabriel Saliba.
So those are actually some sweet autos to hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those are really cool. Yeah. Idols are a big miss, but overall, I mean, Arsenal's a hell of a spot. I say load up on it because it's a deep spot.
And one last note is, as an Arsenal supporter, I have noticed that the whole Arsenal market has been inflated this season because we are front runners to win the title as of 2 weeks ago. Maybe not anymore. But the fact, if Arsenal does win the Premier League, these cards are going to be held at a premium for a long time. So they kind of have that effect on them right now. If you see some Arsenal cards, you're like, why is this going for so much? It's just a whatever parallel of this player, who cares? Like, that's why. It's because Arsenal fans are excited right now because maybe we can win the league.
Maybe win the Champions League.
Or no, yeah. I think that though, if we do win the Champions League, these cards might not hold as much of a premium, but anyways.
I don't know. We'll see. They're doing their best to try and bottle it. That's for sure.
Yeah, we're looking like a championship side right now, like whatever Division 2 side.
Like Tottenham.
We lost. Yeah, exactly.
All right, next up, Aston Villa. What's sticking out right here to you, buddy?
They have those rookies, Ben Brojo, Rory Wilson, who I honestly know nothing about, and their markets are pretty small. But they are youngsters, and I believe they're attackers as well, so they not too bad to take a swing on those guys. Biggest name is Morgan Rogers, of course. He could be starting for England in the number 10 position in the World Cup, which is very exciting, ahead of Jude Bellingham. So that's the kind of company he holds. And yeah, his autos are quite sought out for. So yeah, Morgan Rogers really carries this spot. Ollie Watkins, he is who he is. They have the Ashley Young throwback auto. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think that's a fun one.
Yeah, I like Ashley. I liked Ashley Young when he was on Villa, not so much on United.
Yeah, I think a few years ago, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I think he did have autos in Prism for United, but I don't remember him ever having autos in the Villa kit. So I think that's a fun little add-in.
Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say here. I'm a big fan of Yuri Tielemans, but he doesn't get any hobby love. But I snag some of his cards sometimes.
I can see it. Swerve of Morgan Rogers and Yuri Tielemans too, which is nice. So if you get those fusions, probably a good hold leading up to the World Cup, honestly. But yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I think the rookies are fine just because they're attackers, but they haven't really done anything yet. So, All right. Next up, we've got the Bees, Brentford here. Brentford,
they actually got an auto in this. I don't think they had an auto in Chrome.
Woohoo!
Their Chrome checklist was lacking, but it's pretty similar here. I gotta say, they do have an auto with Donovan, the rookie, who also doesn't have any sort of hype around him. He's like maybe 19. He's a winger. I mean, it's hard to go wrong with that type of profile. But um, yeah, nothing special. Milambo was supposed to be their big signing last summer. He hasn't really played any games because he's been injured. He
Sure.
might pan out, but yeah, he's featured here quite a bit, and he's not really even playing. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think if I'm a Brentford fan, like I think this is a bit of a miss. Like Igor Thiago only has an uncommon. I think he's probably their best player. Like there's a chance that he makes that Brazil squad.
Oh,
Like
he's definitely making this
he's
squad.
how
I
like he's
honestly missed
fighting
that,
to
but
he's fighting with Cunha essentially for a starting spot, right? Like so
yeah,
for him to just have a base uncommon, like I get it, not all these players can sign, sure, but like I mean, the swerve, not even being in the swerve, not being even in any inserts, it's like uh, I would be a bit disappointed if I was a Brentford fan. Thank God I'm not, but I would be disappointed.
yeah. I actually missed that he's in here because he was a big miss not being in Chrome. So it
Yeah,
is at least an upgrade based on that.
sure, one is better than none.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and he might win the Golden Boot.
He could. Dude, how crazy would that be if he just
Yeah.
goes and wins the Golden Boot at the World Cup? You know?
Oh yeah.
Well, the hobby would go crazy because they would have no cards of him to go after. Like
Yeah.
then he becomes dominant and his base cards out of finest go absolutely insane. Like there is a world where that happens. Trust
There
me.
is.
This
Yeah.
hobby is nuts. There is a world where that is a real situation. All right, let
Oh,
me
absolutely.
timestamp Brentford there. All right. Next up, we got Brighton and Hove Albion. What is sticking out to you? I see something.
Brighton. You see something.
I see this guy. I know some
Oh yeah.
friends who are very much into the Greeks. There's a very specific collector group for the Greek players.
The young Greeks right now are on fire. It's unfortunate they didn't make the World Cup, but they most like 95% chance they'll make the next one because their youngsters are really good.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of them are on Brighton
Mm-hmm.
with Charlampos, who doesn't have cards in here, but Timas, and and then they have Greece has that Koretsas guy on Genk, who's really good.
Yeah.
But I think the best rookie here, in my opinion, is Yassine Ayari, the Swede international.
Mm-hmm.
He starts for Sweden. He's a midfielder, kind of creative midfielder. He's really good, and he's pretty underrated, I would say. Um, they have a bunch of other rookies: Harry Howell, Tom Watson. Tom Watson was a big deal for Sunderland. Let's go Sunderland! Last year, my second Prem team. Um, but he hasn't really played for them this year, unfortunately. So
Yeah, I
and
think it's
then
just awesome that they have 5 rookies. Like this is going to
yeah,
be this is going to be a value spot. It's not going to be a cheap spot. It's not going to be priced like Aston Villa, like Bournemouth. It's going to be more expensive because there's rookies, but this look at the depth of just this base set. Like they are
yeah,
going to hit and breaks.
yeah. No, absolutely. Oh, and I do see Charlampos there has an insert, so that's
Yes,
good.
that is
Um,
good. Expected brilliance.
and they have a finest fans. I guess it's not going to go to the team spot, but that's interesting. Joe Marler,
Yeah.
finest fans for Brighton,
Yep. Yep. And then your
representing.
guy Ayari here does get the swerve fusion, which is fantastic. He also does have autos, and Gruda also has autos. I wish we could get Matoma autos. I think Matoma is like very much a fan favorite at Brighton. Um,
Hmm.
I wish we could get his autos, like especially like what we've seen with this. I mean, there's no other way to say it, but because he's Japanese, like what we've seen with Otani, like if we could get a kanji auto of him, that would just go
Yeah,
bonkers with the Brighton fans. Like everybody would go crazy over it.
yeah,
It's just again, not everybody signs, but sometimes they change their mind. So I think
yeah,
Brighton is like essentially, I think it's an A tier actually type of team in this product.
yeah. It's definitely in terms of rookies, it's you get what you paid
Yep.
for sure.
All right, next up we have got Burnley. This is a weird checklist. Look at all these commons, and then you get one uncommon in Josh Laurent with the rookie. And then as your rare, you get Hartman, who has no uncommons and no common. I'm not really sure what they were doing here.
Yeah, it's Burnley. They are bound for relegation.
Mm-hmm.
There's no question about it. And I always have that feeling like when there's a team that's they're going to be relegated, that they're it's a little bit of fluff in the checklist that has to be there. There's Burnley fans out there, but they're also a team in the league, so they have to be in this set. But there's really nothing to go after here. They don't have any really exciting rookies either,
Yeah.
which sometimes relegate like teams that are going to be relegated have some exciting youngsters, but there's not much to go after here, unfortunately, and I think that's why you see this team priced at very low, like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
cheapest.
it's rightfully so, and it's good for Burnley fans, right? Like they get to chase the parallels of their players for very cheap,
Yeah,
which is awesome. I feel like the autograph of Kyle Walker is like Topps just had a bunch of leftover Kyle Walker autos from his Man City days, and they're like, we got to use these, so let's just put him
yeah,
in this set. You know,
yeah.
he's not going to be probably not in the Prem next year, so we can't use him then. So I imagine we see probably more Kyle Walker autos for Burnley in future sets because I imagine there's a bunch of leftovers.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Here's a massive one. Chelsea. I mean, it's Esteval. It's all about Esteval right now.
It is all about Esteval. Yeah, I think they did a really good job with the Chelsea checklist. I think there are Eden Hazard autos, which are could be wrong.
There it is.
There it is. Yeah, I think
Whew.
that's a really big chase, and of course Jose Mourinho. But
Wow.
yeah, Eden Hazard is one of the most beloved Chelsea legends. Some people say he's like one of their best players ever in his prime. So that's the big chase, and I'm happy to see him on this checklist. I'm a fan. I liked watching him play,
Dude,
and they
this
have
one
just
is
a
sick. Sen,
SEN.
he was
Yeah,
a FIFA legend and also just like an all-time great player for Ghana.
yeah, yeah. Another cult hero for Chelsea. So this checklist is great. It's full. It's loaded up with, you have over 10 autos on the base auto checklist. You got all those duels. You have who's the idols? Is it Lampard?
Lampard, yep.
Yeah, you have
That's a
Lampard
great one.
idols. And then you got Esteval, which is the other really, really hot rookie in the Premier League this season, aside from Dowman. And he's definitely shown a lot more than Dowman. This is his second year of rookies pretty much. So I think that's kind of why his market in this product is a little bit lower than Dowman's.
10 years from now, no Arsenal bias. Who has a better career, Esteval or Dowman?
That's
By
really,
the
really
way,
hard to say.
10 years from now, Dowman will be 26 years old.
He's gonna be washed up at that point. He's gonna be washed. I'm
It's
telling
so
you,
crazy to think about.
players, this is my take on players in the Premier League. If you play your whole career in the Premier League, it's really hard to play more than like 10 seasons because you're just going to get beat up. You can't play. I think it's like when you hit 300 games like the average player at 300 games, especially Premier League games, you're starting to go down. You've hit your peak. So if he's 16 and he starts playing every game, he's going to hit 300 games at like 22 or 21 even. So you got to kind of think about those things that some players need to be kind of looked after. Esteval, of course, has to be looked after. I kind of feel like he's probably going to move from Chelsea eventually, probably to another league. And I think that would be really good for him because for longevity. So yeah, probably Esteval is going to have a better career 10 years down the road, looking back. But I think Dauman has a lot of hype right now. He's on Arsenal. He's an England international. He's only 16, so it's hard to say. But Esteval's shown a lot more. Just he has that magic. He has a little bit of magic in him. He can finish. He can pass. He can run by players. He's very exciting.
Probably getting playing time at the World Cup this summer too.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about this Chelsea checklist. So like Palmer holds a lot of value because he's an incredible player. Is he staying at Chelsea? We don't know. Is Enzo Fernandez staying at Chelsea? Probably not. Caicedo is a great player. But this Chelsea squad seems to be in a bit of turmoil. Pedro has had a solid year as a striker. Liam Delap hasn't really done anything, gotten a lot of playing time. So Garnacho is fine. Like he's not moving the needle too much. So outside of Esteval and Palmer, who might not even be on the squad next year, these legends are really, I think, carrying this spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Hazard and Mourinho. Massive chases.
And these dual autos are awesome. Drogba, Lampard, Terry, Carvalho, Poyev, Zola is great. And then looking down here at the main attraction autos, they did do the main attraction autos, right? Cole Palmer, Esteval. Caicedo does sign here, which is actually quite a big deal because he doesn't sign a whole lot. Pedro and Enzo Fernandez, Gusto Graphs, which is great. Swerve, this is where it got interesting. So Dario Esegu and Garnacho as their swerves is like, what? You have all those big names above that you used in all the other insert sets. Why not continue it into one of the more popular ones? I do want to note on this. We kind of skipped over these earlier. These Nightmare Fuels, they also looked really cool. If you saw in the beginning of the video when we were scrolling through and you saw the Roy Keane, I believe that's what that card is, and it looks awesome. Yeah. So that's just a side note. But Chelsea's a big spot. It's going to be split into a bunch of pick your player / combo of legends. Again, just clarify with your breakers before you jump in of what actually is in that spot so you know, guys. All right, next up, we've got Crystal Palace. What are you seeing here, brother?
A lot of rookies. I'd say this is like the B list Brighton kind of. Yeah. Like you're getting a lot of rookies for what you pay for, with some upside, maybe not as much as Brighton. And then you have some of the more veteran players which can carry a little bit. Adam Morton is pretty good. Probably going to go play in the World Cup for England.
He's also involved in the hobby too, which is going to carry his value.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mateta, solid player. Probably won't make the World Cup team for France, but he's a fun striker. And I see. So their only auto is Chris Richards, which is a bit disappointing. Yeah, the American, but I think they had more autos
going to the World Cup.
He's definitely going to the World Cup. He might be
captain.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah,
I would think he'd be a better captain than Pulisic, but that's just me.
Yeah,
hot take. Again, 2 swerves. Ismaila Sarr, Romain Esse. Why not Wharton? Why not one of? I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, I think Sarr is one of these guys on Crystal Palace, who I think is kind of breaking out a bit.
Yeah.
He had a little bit of injuries this year, but he is definitely their best player on attack, like while attacking, and I can see him making a bigger move maybe this summer or next summer. But I'm pretty sure he's also going to be playing in the World Cup for Senegal, is it?
Yeah.
So he'll have some more spotlight on him in the World Cup, and I do have a couple of his cards like him.
All right, next up we have got Everton. The first glaring thing I see here is one rookie stamp. Roman Dixon.
Roman Dixon.
I mean, is anybody getting excited about the Jack Grealish base cards here?
They could
Braithwaite, Dwight
be.
McNeil.
I think Grealish carries his own. I think he's also played pretty well in an Everton kit, and
He's done all right. Yeah.
Everton fans like him, so he's okay. Illman and Jai is, I think, their best player, and he does all right as well. And he signs, right? So
He does. Yep. So does
not
Grealish.
a
Dibbling too. Dibbling was a popular rookie last year.
yeah. I like him, but he doesn't play enough for Everton, so he hasn't
True.
really
True.
shown
True.
anything in the Everton kit. But yeah, he's like one of those players who was exciting on a team bound for relegation. So it was
Sure.
worth buying Southampton last year.
Yeah. You know, this is the card that carries this spot 1,000%.
Yeah.
Wayne Rooney,
1,000%.
finest moment autos. I can only imagine the picture they're going to use on that card is going to be awesome. Jack Grealish, main attractions auto, and then swerve of Dibbling and Dewsbury Hall. Pretty cool. I would, even as a United fan, I'll probably still look to buy one of these finest moment Roonies just because I think it's going to look as a cool card. Probably a B tier team in my mind.
Yeah. Borderline. And then I actually didn't notice that Kanchelkis. I don't know how often he's had any cards.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty sick. That's a legend, an Everton legend right there.
they are. I think they're doing a better job than Panini was of pulling out some of the older cult classic names.
No, absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. I don't know if he's had any autos before. I could be wrong. Everton fans tell me.
All right, next up we have Fulham. Fulham coming in here with what looks to be one of the smaller base set checklists, even between all three tiers. I see Raul Jimenez, always a big name with the Mexico fans. Adama Traore, Muniz, Iwobi, ML Smith Rowe. Fulham feels like a big culmination of players that just didn't work out at other squads.
Yeah, a lot of Arsenal players go to Fulham.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny. But the big chase for Fulham is Josh King, the rookie, 19 years old. He plays a lot, attacking midfielder. He's 19. He plays. I think that's really all you can ask for in a rookie, and he's on Fulham. So pretty exciting. His market's pretty good, pretty high, and I think that's what carries this spot.
Yeah, he does have an auto too. I will say, looking at the rest of their auto list, this is like kind of like, Team USA 2.0, Jedi Robinson and Clint Dempsey autos. Clint Dempsey autos will be very popular. He's just a household name that people like to collect. Kevin is in here. There were some few fans of Kevin from last year's rookie set. And then the Josh King and ML Smith Rowe, we do see a swerve and a swerve fusion. So this might be Josh King's most popular insert for sure. Having only the arrival auto does kind of stink. Like essentially like the insert autos, they just don't typically show up as much as, the regular finest autos, which probably means we don't see him as much. It's probably a limited print run. But also, again, you're going to probably then see the dominant effect on the secondary market. Those are probably worth a little bit more because they will be more of a short printed set. All right, next up is Leeds. Boo. I'm still mad about yesterday's United game. That was awful.
I heard. I didn't watch it, but I've heard it was a rough watch, and that I heard the red card was very unfair.
Yeah, hair pulling. It was a hair pulling red card. It's like, we've seen this in the Women's Champions League a few weeks ago. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Anywho, what do you see here on Leeds?
All right, so Leeds' biggest chase is Harry Gray rookies, the brother of Archie Gray and son of I forgot who, but a legend.
Mr. Gray. Mr. Gray.
Mr. Gray. So Yeah, big chase there. His market's really strong. Actually, Leeds is probably not going to get relegated, so I'm happy about that.
You're welcome, Leeds
Um,
fans.
but yeah, Harry Gray, he has autos. He's a rookie. The rest of the players not as exciting. Yeah, you got Brendan Aronson, the American. You have two finest fans,
Yep.
Mel B and Ralph Innocent. That's pretty sick. And Brendan Aronson has a swerve.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
Sure that'll be a good chase.
Absolutely.
Oh
Yeah, I've
yeah,
heard good things about Harry Gray. So I'm
yeah,
hoping he pans out.
yeah. He might be better than his brother.
Aronson stuff is going to be good. I hope Aronson gets a little bit of playing time. I don't know if he breaks the starting squad at World Cup for USA, but I hope he
He'll
comes
probably
on as a
be
super sub.
yeah, he'll probably be a consistent substitute, kind of like how he is on Leeds.
Yeah. All right, we're about to get into 3 really big spots in a row. We are going to start with Liverpool. And off go, you are going to see Rio and Gumoa rookies on common, uncommon, and rare. He is their big rookie chase. Not necessarily on the level of Estevao yet. However, he has had some really big goals lately.
Yeah, I think Rio has shown a lot in the last month. He kind of like blew up in the beginning of the season when he scored that game winner, and then he kind of died down a little, didn't play as much, and now he's showing up a lot more. He's starting games, he's coming on a lot, and he's making an impact. Scored last weekend, so yeah, I think he's really good. I honestly, right now, he's shown a lot more than Dowman. Um, he's a little bit older, but he's still like 17, so that's crazy young.
Mhm.
um, So yeah, he's a big rookie chase, and I like him a lot. But this checklist is not just in Gumoa. There's Mo Salah autos, which just continue to just run rampant in the market.
Mhm.
Um, because he'd never signed before this year, so that's still a big chase. Maybe less so than Chrome, but still, if since the supply of Mo Salah autos is still pretty scarce, these are going to be a big chase.
Yeah, I will say, like Mo Salah is a major fan favorite at Liverpool all timer. If you
Yep.
can wait until summer to buy his autos, you will get them cheaper. With him leaving, the moment he goes to a new club, those will drop. They'll come back up eventually, but they will drop. And if you can hold on until summer, you'll get him a little bit cheaper. There are other great names in this auto checklist. Dirk Kuyt, a great legend auto to put in there, I think. Kirk Rez has signed a lot. Van Dyke, obviously amazing. Gakpo and Isak, two great strikers. I will say that especially after today's Champions League, it does feel like Liverpool is another one of those teams that's kind of in a little bit of turmoil, that some of these signings didn't really work out like they planned. Um, but that's a side note. And then here we're going to get into probably two-ish of what I consider to be the biggest cards of the set. We are going to have, for finest fans, a LeBron James on card autograph. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't LeBron James a part owner in Liverpool?
Yeah, I think he's like a minority
Yeah,
stakeholder.
I thought so. I thought so. I mean, so let's LeBron James Superfractor finest fan auto. Does it outsell the Erling Haaland Superfractor auto?
Yeah, 100%.
Does it? Does the LeBron Superfractor outsell the Estevao auto? Super.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I have to
I
look.
think it
I don't know.
does.
It does. It's on card as well. It's first card
It's
in a soccer set. So
it's LeBron James.
yeah,
It's LeBron James, and I know it because I've ripped a bunch of basketball, but like the basketball world has been, you know, dying to get LeBron James autos because he was stuck at Upper Deck for a long time. He couldn't sign the Panini stuff. Like, this is a massive card, more than the soccer people realize.
Yeah,
Once
and that's
basketball
me.
people
That's me.
find out that LeBron James is in this set, because they know they probably heard, but I don't think they really understand that he's in it. Like, it's game over. So if you see Finest Fans spots, get them early before basketball people find out, because they will make that spot become more expensive. I'm
Yeah,
telling you now.
absolutely. Yeah.
If people make Finest Fans its own spot, I'm sure some people will include the Finest Fans and others, or make even maybe Finest Fans for each individual team that has them. Who knows? There's many different ways to do it. Again, ask your breakers. But I mean, Liverpool has the best Finest Fans spot for sure. Millie Bobby Brown is no name to joke at here. Neither is Mel C, and neither is Samuel L. Jackson. Like, they got 4 huge names for their Finest Fans autos. It's unreal.
People are Liverpool fans. Liverpool has famous fans, I guess.
They sure do.
Awesome.
You're also going to note here our second idols that we've seen. Stevie G, well-deserved finest idols, I think. And I think this is also going to compete as a top 5 card for as far as the superfractor goes, that for secondary value in this set. This Sadio Mane, Mo Salah.
Yeah, that's big. That's
Sadio
massive.
Mane has only ever signed in Futera products before, and I think that was like one time back in like 2013, 2014-ish range. Like, it was a long time ago. I could be wrong on that year, but the point is, you know, between Panini and Topps, he's never signed, unless I'm forgetting something.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. I don't
Yeah.
think I've seen his auto. So that's massive, and that's a collector's dream right there. Also, the
Oh,
Suarez
for sure.
Sturridge. That's
Suarez Sturridge
awesome.
is a great one too. I wish, unless I've missed it somewhere in the checklist here, I don't think I have, though. I do wish Mane and Sturridge had their own individual autos, but maybe they're holding those out for future EPL sets. Who knows? And I'm gonna just quick sidebar back to this LeBron James. If you want to know how crazy soccer and basketball fans will go crazy for this card, it's a good example, but also a bad example because of how old it is at this point. Go back and look at the 2014 World Cup Prism auto of Kobe Bryant and see what those sell for.
That's
And I know it's
yeah.
different situation. Kobe's not here anymore. There's no more autos coming out. LeBron is on that same level, if not a higher level than what Kobe is. So, as far as case hits go, we're looking at Nightmare Fuels. These are, again, the really cool one that we saw earlier. They've got 5 of them. Mo Salah, Rio, Fernando Torres is a great one to add in. Robbie Fowler and Isak. I do notice no Fernando Torres autos. He normally signs, so that's interesting. But glad they still got him in the set. And the swerve of Alexis McAllister and Rio. That's probably 2 good choices to have there.
Yeah.
Overall, again, this S tier spot, and it's going to be split up into a million spots, rightfully so, because if it was a full team, it would be, you know, a $1,500, $2,000 spot for a case.
Yeah. Something crazy. Did I?
Yeah.
So does Florian Wirtz have autos in this?
He does, but not a base auto. Oh, maybe he
Okay.
doesn't. Nope. I might have lied. I lied. He doesn't. He just has
He doesn't.
inserts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's something that they've been lacking, is getting more Wirtz autos in the Liverpool kit.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't sign much, and that's a little bit of an issue because he's one of their best players right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a very good player. Again, somebody who could go crazy at the World Cup for sure. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
All right, next up, man, here we go. These 2 rookies, Mukasa and Heskey, how do you feel about them?
I think they have a lot of promise. They don't play at all. They've played, I think, maybe in like the League Cup. They've played in smaller competitions, but they're not part of the first team. But they're both attackers. They do have some potential. I think Mukasa might be moving the needle a little bit more. I've seen some of his comps are pretty high. But Heskey, there's like rumors or whatever. There's people talking about him that he's actually pretty good, and look out for him in the future. So these are guys that haven't played much yet, but they have a lot of hype, and their rookie cards are out already.
Good.
So, yeah,
that's awesome. I'm glad there's a secondary market for them.
Yeah.
This is an awesome card here. Anytime we can get Balotelli stuff, I think it's fantastic. Aura. I'm sure these are going to do well. Balotelli does have a cult / meme following. Fernandinho stuff is great. We got autos here of Haaland, Leroy Sané, Marmoush, Foden, Mahrez, and Reinders. Sané is an interesting one. I feel like they maybe have a bunch of leftover Sané autos, kind of just like we talked about with Kyle Walker. Feels weird.
He's not even like beloved.
Not at all.
No, yeah.
No.
So Ryan Cherky, he's kind of breaking out on the scene for City this season. I think his cards, just even his base cards, are doing really well. And it would be nice to get an auto in here or in one of these sets coming up, but didn't make this one.
Yeah, didn't make this one. Again, holding out hope that some of these guys might just be being held for a higher end set or whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. And again, it's not possible to get all of them from overseas to sign for these products. It's honestly amazing, actually, the fact that we do get so many of the guys to sign, and they're adding more on card autos. Like, I think that's impressive. Yeah, so we do have our third idols here, Sergio Aguero. I think that's another great one. I think this one won't be as expensive as the other ones. For whatever reason, Aguero's secondary market isn't fantastic. I think he's a bit slept on, but it's a fun one to have. And then finest moments, David James, Haaland, Aguero, and the big one's got to be Pep, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Pep is leading the charge in for manager autos, I think, and his market's pretty high. He's going to go down as maybe the best manager ever.
Yeah. So I agree. Gusto Grass of Reinders, very cool. Main attraction autos of Tevez, David Silva, and Rodri. That's a great little checklist there for that insert set. Like 3 awesome players. And then we got Nightmare Fuels of Tevez, Haaland, Aguero, and then the Swerves of Reinders and Doku. I'm really interested to see. I think these Nightmare Fuels are going to be very, very good products, or very, very good cards. But that is about...
those aren't even case hits, right? They're in every other case or something like that. I don't think they're going to be that common.
Nice. All right, that's about enough. As much man shitty talk as I can handle. All right, my squad coming up next. United. Here we go. I really like our new signings. I really like Mbeumo. I really like Cunha. I really like Šeško still. And Bruno is leading us to magically be in the top 5 right now. I like this squad, and I'm excited to see what it's going to be 2 years from now. Cunha and Mbeumo stuff is doing pretty well in their first United kits. And Shea Lacey is an exciting rookie. He does hold quite good secondary value. And he's going to have a lot of stuff in here, as you can see. There's also 2 other rookies, Mantau and Ibrahimov. So,
what do you have to say about them?
Not much.
Not much.
I haven't seen them play.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything about them?
No.
Yeah, they're probably super young kids and are going to need a lot of time. But they do have autos. And again, Shea Lacey is definitely going to lead the way. And we're looking at not fully as much as Arsenal, but very similar as far as how deep we go on the list here, like a lot of autos. So Mantau, Bruno, and Mbeumo stuff is going to go crazy. Delo is fine. Dennis Irwin, great legend. Ibrahimov, Xerxes, whatever. Sell me all the vintages, please. And then Shea Lacey. Pretty solid for the base list. Finest idols of Rooney is fantastic. I don't believe... I think the only idols that we've ever seen of Rooney was in MLS for DC
MLS,
United. Yeah.
Yep.
This is where it gets spicy, where Beckham is here.
Yeah,
He's here and he's here to
yeah,
stay.
yeah.
Finest moments autos. I bet this is going to be a nasty card. They're probably going to put some iconic moment on this card. It's going to be fantastic. Probably super short printed, maybe out of 5 or less, out of 25 or less, something along those lines. But he
Mm-hmm.
will be in there. Roy Keane, Lee Sharp, and Steve Bruce. Finest partnerships dual auto of Dwight York and Andy Cole. I love this spot. United Legends are going to be, sorry, excuse me, I've got the hiccups here. They're going to be rightfully separated because they do actually carry the most of the value for this spot. Bruno and Buemo Cunha could be separated as well, maybe Shesko, and then you're going to have the others. So generally quite a good checklist here. You do get a Cunha auto in the main attractions, which is nice. You do get more Beckham on some of the inserts down here, like with the Polka. Bruno Fernandes and Shesko Swerve feels like a solid pick.
Yep. Yeah, I think they've done a really good job with United this year. I think that it helps that United is actually performing well. The collectors kind of crawl out of the cracks. Because I feel like the last couple seasons with EPL Prism, EPL Select, the United checklists and the United spots were just so kind of boring.
Shout out Panini.
I think the last time they were exciting was with maybe a Garnacho rookie, and that was like 3 years ago, maybe. So
don't get me started about chasing those Garnacho rookie tickets out of Chronicle. What a time. What a time. Chronicles team all. Real ones know.
But the United checklist is back, and it's exciting, and you got some big players there, Mbumo, Fernandes, and Cunha.
Yeah, I mean, when you have semi exciting players, it does make it more fun.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, solid checklist for United. All right, Newcastle here. Why don't you kick us off on Newcastle?
So Newcastle's kind of one of those mid-table teams that is striving to be in the top 5, top 6 in the European spots, but just can't quite make it. They do have a lot of really good players, some players that are going to represent their countries in the World Cup. Some Brazilians, Bruno Guimaraes and Joelinton. Sandro Tonali, I mean, he's not going to play in the World Cup, but he's a superstar.
That was aggressive.
Yeah.
Shout out Italy not making it.
Voltemade as well is going to play in the World Cup. I didn't know this until a couple weeks ago, but he is really beloved in Germany. I think German fans believe he's going to be like the next big thing. He's still very young, but he plays for Newcastle. So he did start very strongly, and he kind of died off a little bit. He's like 6'6", and he's a striker, so very exciting stuff there. But in terms of the checklist, it's pretty standard for Newcastle. I don't see anything that's popping out at me.
Do you know
they have a
rookie?
No, I don't know much about him. I don't think he plays really. So
there's one card that is like glaringly sticking out to me, and it's just because of an iconic moment, and I don't remember him ever signing before. The Papi Cisse finest moments auto. That goal, like we all know the goal that is good, the shot that is going to be on this card. We all know, and if it's not, we need to just revolt against tops. It has to be. It has to be. That's going to be a cool one. One that like I would never buy anything Newcastle. I might buy that card if that picture of that goal is on there. I really might.
Yeah.
As far as the other autos
legend.
go. Oh yeah, for sure. As far as the other autos go, like besides the legends here, Alonga, Gordon maybe makes the World Cup squad and plays. Guimaraes probably is on the Brazil squad. Ramsey has fallen off a bit. Tonali is fine. And then Voltemade is probably your most exciting, like long-term investment hold autos out of this. Not that it's like a rookie auto, but if the Germans are that excited about him,
right.
That would definitely be the thing, probably bringing the most value. Alan Shearer is a great auto as always. Kevin Keegan is fine. Shearer Les Ferdinand partnership is cool. But it's just kind of like it's besides Voltamede signing, I feel like this is just like a classic and Cisse signing. I feel like it's just a classic Newcastle. Throw these main 5 guys in and just let them roll out.
Yeah. Yes.
Nightmare Fuel Alan Shearer should be cool. Swerve of Tonali and Livramento. So those are your main things there.
Livramento might start in the World Cup for England.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That would be interesting. I just don't know where he fits in that squad. But that's just me. All right, Nottingham Forest. Talk me through it here, boss.
Same checklist as Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
You got Igor Jesus rookies. I think he's the most exciting rookie out of these guys. Striker, he doesn't play every game, but he's shown some potential.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan Gibbs White, of course, their best player. He's had a ton of cards. And who are their autos? They got Callum Hudson-Odoi, Chris Wood. So nothing crazy here for Nottingham Forest. They've had a pretty disappointing season, but they do have like a little bit of bright spots per usual with Morgan Gibbs White and then Igor Jesus, who's kind of like on the fringes of maybe becoming a good striker, but he's not making the World Cup team for Brazil. Yeah. But he's also very young still, so nothing crazy, but not as bad as Burnley.
They're pretty close. They're pretty close for me. I got nothing on them. I got nothing else to say. You said it all, honestly. All right. Is this 1A or 1B for you? What are you? Are you going to be an Arsenal fan today or a Sunderland fan today? You tell me.
No, Arsenal.
Well, give me the breakdown on your 1B then, Sunderland here.
It's hard to say. Honestly, I haven't been following the secondary market for these guys that much. Maybe just Chris Rigg. I think he's the biggest rookie. Mm-hmm. He plays every game. He's a winger. He's very young. But that's pretty much it. I can't say much else. But most of the team are rookies just because they've never had cards. So you do have some like older rookies in there, kind of like Burnley does.
Yeah,
got the
Rigg
autos.
Is actually a player I've actually heard of before. So
yeah. He was a decent rookie chase in Chrome, so it's going to continue over here. It looks like they've given him like the full set of cards. He's got the Gusto. Does he have the Swerve as well?
He's got Gusto Graphs too. He does not have a Swerve. That's Granit Xhaka and Enzo Leafy.
Leafy, yeah. Yeah, Granit Xhaka is their best signing, maybe one of the signings of the summer. Mm-hmm. Adingra has already left the team. He was signed for big money in the summer, and then he just never panned out. He plays for Monaco. I think that the finest partnerships would probably be a cool chase. Now Quinn, Kevin Phillips. It's like a legendary partnership. But yeah, that's probably the best card in this checklist for Sunderland. Is that legend dual auto?
That is a cool one for sure.
And then the Chris Rigg rookie chase.
Yeah. Sneaky in here too, guys. Again, just clarify with your breakers. Finest fans auto of Jill Scott. Clarify with your breakers. Are all finest fans their own spot, or are they going to the full team? Sunderland is probably a team that is not getting split up. If anything, they're only removing Chris Rigg. So like clarify, is finest fans its own spot? Are they included? Because you're going to want to know that. If it's separate, you have Sunderland, the Jill Scott sews up. You think it's yours, and ends up one of the finest fan spot. It's a little disappointing. So just talk with your breaker, communicate with them. So that's my TED Talk. Next up, we got the team most likely to get relegated after winning a European championship 2 years later. Tottenham Hotspurs. I mean, does anybody even want these players' cards right now?
It's no is the answer. The only thing, in my opinion, to chase here are the legend spots. Harry Kane,
Harry Kane
Son.
Idols is crazy. Harry Kane Idols is crazy because like Idols has always just been retired players, and like
Yeah,
this man's about to go maybe break the scoring record in the Bundesliga, and he gets Idols in this Premier League set. That's
yeah,
another topic. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just my brain isn't comprehending it because of what we've seen in past sets. So
yeah. It's quite crazy that he's featured so much in this, and he has that that insert. And then Son with the finest moments auto, which is
yeah,
going to be a nice chase. The dual auto Son Kane, big, really really big chase. But so yeah, this spot is carried by nostalgia, and then all the current players are just going to be, kept at an arm's distance.
Jesus, Gareth Bale and Luka Modric autos, dude.
There you go.
Yeah, they
So
went in on the legends and they needed to. I mean, the finest auto checklist here, like it's fine. There's no rookies. Archie Gray was a rookie last year. I want to note Solanke is again good to know. He's a part of the hobby very much. And so like guys who are involved in the hobby, they do have a bit more of a secondary market because it's more of a personal connection for us as fans. So Solanke is definitely not a bad hit out of this, I will say. But yeah, I think the legends carry the crap out of this, and they could have just gone without the base set and just put the legends in here, and it would have probably been a better spot. That was enough Spurs talk. We'll talk about them again in 2 years when they come back up to the Prem. Next up, we've got West Ham United.
West Ham, they've done a really good job with West Ham, just like in Chrome. The auto checklist is solid.
Yeah.
Carlos Tevez in there, Jared Bowen,
Twice
Paquetá.
Jared Bowen, Gusto Graphs, and a regular auto.
Mm-hmm. And Diouf is a rookie. They got him with some autos.
Yeah, we hit a few of him out of Chrome.
Yeah, not a terrible checklist for the team, for how good the team is, although they are playing pretty good right now. But yeah, nothing super exciting. Mateus Fernandes is a young, exciting player. He probably will get a move at the summer. He will play at the World Cup for Portugal. So, but I don't know. What does he have? He only has expected
brilliance. It looks like just the insert.
Yeah. So
solid B tier spot, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. Last but not least, Wolverhampton Wanderers. The Wolves themselves. We're looking at a bunch of rookies here.
Bunch of rookies. This is okay. So they have some new rookies here compared to Chrome. I haven't seen some of those guys. Okodua and Gonzalez. So maybe those guys are decent. I've never heard of them, but these are going to be their first cards.
There's
Lopez
probably a good chance that, and sorry to cut you off, there's probably a good chance Enzo Gonzalez is a solid player at some way, shape, or form, because they typically try to save the better players for the rares.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's hard to say that there's a good player on Wolves right now.
Fair.
They did miss out on Mane, who's their actual good rookie. He still doesn't have rookie cards, but he kind of broke onto the scene later in the season. But I think he's only like 17. He's definitely not going to stay with them if they get relegated. He might, I don't know. They are getting relegated, so that's for sure statement. I'm 100% certain of that.
Yeah.
So most of the players here are just kind of not cut out for the Prem. Strand Larson is on Crystal Palace now. He's a decent striker. Kind of unfortunate that he plays for Norway because he will not get any minutes.
No, not at all. For me, this is like close to Burnley level again. It's a team that I might just give away to the rest of the break if it's the last team sitting. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that type of thing. It's exciting for Wolves fans if they stay fans of Wolves through their relegation, but not much prospecting going on here for sure.
Yeah, if they had Mane, he's an exciting prospect.
Yeah,
but he just didn't make the cut. Mateus Mane.
No. Hopefully in another set.
Yeah.
Set soon. There will be more EPL sets coming out. They've already announced that. So I mean, overall, what do you think? Like, I know we haven't seen any cards yet, but like on a grading scale, is it an A? Is it a B? A D? What are you thinking?
I'm giving this an A. In terms of finest checklist, this is very exciting. Especially seeing how well and how well received Chrome EPL and Sapphire EPL were. This is kind of continuing on with that trend. I'm very excited for it, and I'm hoping I would give this an A plus if they put this on the same card stock as Chrome EPL. That would just be the cherry on top, because last time they did that for finest, they did finest MLS maybe 2004 or 2024 when they had these rare common uncommon. The card stock was so nice on that. It was the thick card stock. So if they do that for this product, I will give it an A plus.
I would have to agree. I do stand corrected. This is not the Nightmare Fuel. These are the auras. I was getting them confused. So Nightmare Fuels do not look like this. This is the aura, which I believe is another case hit. Yeah, aura 1 in every 437 packs. So,
yep.
As you can see, these are really short printed. My gosh, Nightmare Fuels are going to be impossible to hit. 546 packs. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm right along there with you. I would give it an A. Again, we'll see more as we get to open and touch the product. Very good innovation. Very good job replacing stuff that I think needed to be updated or replaced. Autograph checklist, fantastic. Adding a few new signers, the finest fans, I think is a great addition and something that they can run with throughout the years as they keep making more EPL products. The rookies being very solid is obviously a great addition and easy thing to help make it an A, because if you have a bad rookie class, it could really bring down a product. But I think Topps is doing it right. I think I think we're 3 products in for EPL, and I think they are doing it 1,000 times better than Panini. So
yeah, so much better. Just the amount of names, the amount of legends in the checklist, and current players that will become legends. It's just, you got everybody. You're not missing any amazing players on the auto checklist. So
yeah, 1,000%. Well, if you guys made it all the way through this video, you are a champion. If you watched every single team, God bless you. You're amazing. But again, guys, if you want to jump into breaks, again, go down below in the video description. You'll see a link to the Fanatics Live page, Vita Breaks. We've got 6 cases, like I mentioned, posted for release day. I know I'll be on as early as we're legally allowed to start ripping at 9 a.m. Eastern. And I assume most of my cases will be all the way, if not close to full, and we'll probably be ripping right away. So get in early, because like I said, we're already halfway full. I assume Amit, yours are close as well. And again, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, because we're going to keep doing these checklist videos for all sorts of sets. I'm even trying to work out Vita and I talked about it today. We're going to try and get like a group together, maybe 4 or 5 of us, to go over Chrome UCL, just because it's going to be such a big release. So we want to get a bunch of different opinions on that. So we appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.
See you guys.